Well, up next we have arguably the hardest fight to call on paper tonight. This one looks as though they are really evenly matched. Repton's Brett Beadon will be hoping to get his club underway this evening after the defeat earlier for his clubmate Charlie Hoy. But up against Sam Maxwell from the very famous Salisbury Amateur Boxing Club up in Liverpool, and they too have two fighters on the card tonight, so this the first for the Liverpool club. Later on we'll see James Metcalf also from Salisbury, but as I mentioned, this 60 kilo title fight is very close on paper.
5, which is an ABA England Elite National Championship final for 2011, this time at lightweight under 60 kilograms. This is three 3-minute rounds between and introducing in the red corner and representing the Repton Boxing Club, Brett Beadon. And in the blue corner, representing the Salisbury Amateur Boxing Club, Sam Maxwell. Beadon in the red, Maxwell in the blue, your referee, Mr. Sandy Matthewson. This is a senior final at lightweight. It's three 3-minute rounds.
Seconds out, first round.
Well, hold on to your hats. If this lives up to billing, it could be something special. Maxwell in the blue against Beadon in red. Beadon, incidentally, a little unhappy that he couldn't come out to his own music before the start of the contest, but the boxers were told that it wasn't their choice tonight. The ABA were just going to have one bit of music and both boxers come out simultaneously. So I told him to put whatever he normally listens to on the old iPod and psych himself up that way. And you get the feeling they don't need too much psyching up, these two.
No, so it doesn't. You've got Beadon the southpaw and Maxwell straight away looking to nullify that with a nice shot right over the top. As you said, Phil, in the intro, this is going to be tough to pick a winner out of these two. Good left hand there from the Repton man.
We mentioned earlier the strength of the Repton club. I mean, previous world champions that have been produced from that stable include Maurice Hope, John H. Stracey, of course Audley Harrison, the Olympic gold medalist, also at Repton in the early stages of his career. But the Salisbury club up in Liverpool, almost equally as famous, has a great reputation up there. And Sam Maxwell will be here tonight to enhance that just a little bit further if he can.
I think the clash of styles is making it slightly untimed. They get close to each other. Beadon looking poor of his jab, then throw that over and left hand. And Maxwell again trying to get his right hand off. Good right hand there from the Liverpool man. Blood seeping. On the nose from the Repton, Brett Beadon.
Maxwell's got a bit of pedigree. Beat Antonio Cunahan from the GB squad on his way to this final. So he's already shown what he's capable of. I mentioned that he's with the Salisbury club, only just switched from higher side ABC. And I read somewhere that on his first training session, he was physically sick outside the Salisbury Amateur Boxing Club. So in awe was he of the club's reputation. Well, he's a worthy representation of that club this evening. And he may yet take back another ABA title, who knows? Beadon will have plenty to say about that.
Like Repton in London, they always produce great fighters. And so does the City of Liverpool. Again, we've got another one here, contesting the final at 60 kilograms.
Pretty even Stevens there, a difficult one to call. Mentioned that it was tight on paper before we started, and as Mickey said, the clash of styles perhaps not helping in that first 3 minutes as they tried to get to grips with each other, try to formulate a game plan which would see them establish some kind of control over the other. Beadon, you can see, just slightly ungainly style at times, sort of leans into his opponent. Maxwell maybe fractionally the taller of the two in the dark vest, landing occasionally, but nothing more than that in the opening round. Maxwell's favourite other sport, incidentally, basketball, so that should help him move around the ring pretty well. Whether he can slam dunk his opponent tonight, I'm not so sure. Good positive start to the round from Beadon.
Interesting feel, both boys looking for the openings. I think Tony Burns was particularly happy. The young Brett Beadon in the corner. It's going to be a really hard contest to score this one. They both pouring with their jabs. Just the Repton man getting them through his overhand. Shot.
Well, Maxwell clearly the more experienced of the two. He's 23 years of age now, 50 or so amateur contests under his belt, as opposed to 18-year-old Brett Beadon. But we've seen already this evening that some of the young ones are very, very good ones.
A bit like a game of chess, this one. Both looking to counter each other's moves.
Maxwell trying to get through that straight right over the top if he can. Sandy Mathewson, incidentally, the referee, keeping a close eye on proceedings in this one. There's just a little bit of blood seeping from Beadon's nose, I can detect.
Good right hand there from Sam Maxwell. I think that's the shot that's done the damage. Again, Maxwell again getting through the cleaner shots.
A good round this for Sam Maxwell. Just get the feeling he's stepping his foot to the floor.
Oh, good right hand again there from the Liverpool man.
Beadon's face looking a little worse for wear, and he's trapped in his own corner here momentarily.
Salisbury man cleverly forcing the pace. So if he misses with his right hand, he comes straight back with his left. Again at right hand again. Landing when Beadon comes forward.
Mentioned that Maxwell had the edge in terms of experience. He's been in with the likes of fellow Liverpudlian Tom Stalker before, so he's been in with some of the best, and he's looking good so far after 2 rounds here. But remember, it can all change very quickly in amateur boxing. But it's been a pretty impressive start to the contest for Sam Maxwell, and you get the feeling that the Repton corner and Brett Beadon in particular have a lot to think about before the start of round 3. There's also a bit of remedial work to do there, cleaning up the nose. The result of the sustained pressure that he came under there from Sam Maxwell.
Again, you see, out of all that, Maxwell landed with a right hand.
Seconds out, third and final round.
Brett Beadon says that James De Gale is his hero. James De Gale, an ABA champion back in 2005. Beadon's got a lot of work to do in the next 3 minutes if he's to emulate his hero, at least this year anyway. Has won national junior titles in the past, but this is for an ABA elite title. And Sam Maxwell, to date, has really been showing a touch of class.
Again, Maxwell could be nullifying that southpaw style Beadon's.
Well, he goes by the tag Super Sam, does Maxwell. He's put on a pretty super display so far. Get the feeling if he can continue it for the next couple of minutes or so, then an ABA title is his. Beadon, of course, will have other ideas, but does he have the strength to change the course of this fight? Maxwell still looks pretty cool, pretty happy with his lot.
Again, then. Clash of heads, close up.
The referee having to dish out some stern words now, a bit of a admonishment to Beadon. Maxwell again, eyes just fixed on his opponent. Picture of concentration. Of course, it means so much to both men, but only one can be the champion.
Nice body shot there from the Repton man.
And Maxwell getting through with the right hand to the head of Brett Beadon, to the bloodied nose of Brett Beadon.
Yeah, Maxwell quite happy and content to stay just on the outside and wait for Beadon to lead before he throws. There we go again, that right hand.
Yeah, it's been a potent weapon, that right hand of Sam Maxwell. Beadon's been very game, but at times his enthusiasm has got the better of him, and by leaping in first, he's left himself open to that right hand, and he's been tagged one too many times for my liking.
Brett Beadon's not panicked one bit. But again, it's Maxwell with that overhand right having the success.
Well, there goes the bell as both fighters embrace. Maxwell looks happy enough. Little punch, high five effectively with his corner man. Like I say, new to the Salisbury Amateur Boxing Club, but he's represented them with great style here this evening.
Trophy presentations for this contest to be made by the Charter Hall events manager, key in organising this event tonight, Mr. Frank Turmel. Frank Turmel to the trophy table, please. Thank you. And your appreciation once again, ladies and gents, for two fantastic national finalists. Thank you. And the result of bout number 5, the winner, an ABA England Elite National Champion for 2011 at lightweight with a score of 20 points to 9, Maxwell in the blue corner.
Well, finally, age triumphs over youth this evening.
And your appreciation also, please, ladies and gents, at only 18, from Repton, Mr. Brett Beadon. Thank you.
I'd say Sam Maxwell, for me, Phil, was nice and cool throughout that contest, didn't panic. You know, but in Brett Beadon, we've got a young man. Again, only 18 years of age. You'll see a lot more in the future.
Yeah, perhaps Beadon's time will come. Started boxing at 11, moved to Repton at 13, only 18 years old. So 7 years after first taking up the sport, he's made his way to an ABA final, not disgraced himself at all, but on the night just perhaps slightly shaded by Sam Maxwell, who takes the title back to Liverpool. Who knows, maybe the first of two heading back to the Salisbury club. James Metcalf will try to complete the double later. Tom Baker will have something to say about that. But certainly the champion at 60 kilos, no doubt about it, Sam Maxwell from Liverpool.
Okay, so Sam, if you'd like to come down here and show us the trophy, and don't disappear as well. Come here, we want to talk to you both if we possibly can. Sam, many congratulations. You were well chuffed, I think, when the result was declared there.
Yeah, definitely. Just the amount of work I've put in finally paying off. I've been so nervous for this fight as well, but my training paid off, I guess.
Well, the nerves didn't show out there, I can say that. I don't think anybody thought you looked nervous.
Oh, well, I felt it, definitely. Can I just say thanks to everyone, my friends and family that came? Thank you.
Meanwhile, Brett, just 18, of course, so you're a baby in terms of this. I'm sure you'll come again equally strong and probably better, won't you?
Yeah, you know, I lost today, you know, it wasn't the best performance. Credit to Sam, he's a brilliant kid, beat some good kids through the way, especially me. But yeah, I just want to say thanks to everyone that came. Sorry the guys I let down, all the guys at ring, John Denham, my dad, everyone at Repton, Tony and Gary, Bobby and Robert. You know, I'm only 18, I hope I can get a chance, you know, with the GB guys. I'm only a baby, everyone else in there is quite old, you know. I think me and Sam should both be on there. But yeah, thanks to everyone who came. We had another loser in Charlie, but it happens. It's been a bad year for Repton, but we'll be back.
Well, you were in the final, you did your club proud. Well done, Sam and Brett, ladies and gentlemen.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.